Have you ever felt it? That feeling like you're a ship without a rudder, tossed around by the storms of daily life. A critical comment from your boss, an unexpected bill, even just a traffic jam, and suddenly your entire day, your entire mood is capsized. You feel reactive, not proactive. You feel fragile, not strong. If you've ever felt that way, you are not alone. I've been there more times than I can count, feeling like my own emotional state was completely at the mercy of outside events. It's a frustrating, powerless place to be. But what if I told you that mental strength isn't some genetic gift bestowed upon a lucky few? What if it's a muscle? A muscle that, just like any other in your body, can be trained, fortified, and built up through consistent, daily exercise. You wouldn't expect to walk into a gym and lift the heaviest weight on your first day. In the same way, building mental fortitude is a process. It's about showing up day after day and putting in the reps. Today, we're not just going to talk about theory. We're going to give you a practical workout for your mind. We're going to walk through 5 powerful, science-backed mental strength exercises that you can seamlessly integrate into your daily life. These aren't complicated rituals that require hours of your time. They are small, deliberate actions that, when practiced consistently, build a foundation of resilience so strong that the storms of life will feel more like gentle waves. So, if you're ready to stop being a passenger and start being the captain of your own mind, let's begin. Our first exercise is one of the simplest, yet most profound. It's about stopping the downward spiral before it even begins. I call it the 5-second interruption. Our brains are wired with a negativity bias. It's a survival mechanism. But in our modern world, this often means one negative thought can trigger an avalanche. You get some critical feedback at work, and your brain immediately jumps to, I'm going to get fired, then, a failure, and so on. The 5-second interruption is your emergency brake. The moment you catch yourself spiraling into negative self-talk or catastrophic thinking, you physically and mentally pause for 5 full seconds. You can close your eyes, take 1 deep breath. In those 5 seconds, you aren't trying to solve the problem. You are simply creating a space between the trigger and your reaction. It's in that space that your power lies. You consciously acknowledge the thought without accepting it as truth. You just say to yourself, okay, that's a thought. It's not a command. This tiny pause breaks the automatic, reactive pattern and gives your rational mind a chance to catch up. It's the first and most critical rep in building your mental muscle. Now, let's talk about something that might sound counterintuitive. To become stronger, we must actively embrace discomfort. The second exercise is voluntary hardship. Our modern lives are designed for comfort, climate control, food delivery, instant entertainment. We've engineered struggle out of our daily existence. But in doing so, we've also weakened our resilience. Voluntary hardship is the act of intentionally choosing to do something difficult. every single day. It doesn't have to be monumental. Take a cold shower for 30 seconds at the end of your warm one. Do a set of push-ups until you can't do another one. Choose the stairs instead of the elevator. Skip the sugar in your coffee. These small, controlled doses of discomfort send a powerful signal to your brain. I can handle this. I am in control. When you consistently prove to yourself that you can endure voluntary discomfort, you build up a massive reserve of confidence to handle the involuntary discomforts that life will inevitably throw your way. You're training your mind to not just tolerate hardship, but to know, deep down, that you can thrive in spite of it. This next exercise is about shifting your entire frame of reference. It's about changing the lens through which you view the world. It's the active gratitude filter. I know. You've probably heard about gratitude journaling, and maybe you've even dismissed it as cliché. I'll admit, I used to feel the same way. I thought it was a bit soft, a bit simplistic for real-world problems. But then I hit a period in my life where nothing seemed to be going right. I felt overwhelmed by a sense of lack, focusing only on what was wrong. As a last resort, I committed to trying it. Every night, before bed, I forced myself to write down 3 specific things that went well that day. Not just I'm grateful for my family, but I'm grateful for the 5 minutes of quiet I had this morning with my coffee. Or am grateful for the stranger who held the door for me. It felt silly at first, but after a week, something started to change. My brain, which had been expertly scanning for threats and problems, was now actively scanning for positives. It's like installing new software for your mind. This practice doesn't remove the problems in your life, but it changes their weight. It puts them in perspective by highlighting the ever-present good, building an emotional buffer that makes you less susceptible to the impact of the bad. All right, our 4th exercise comes straight from the wisdom of the ancient Stoics, and it's a mental model that can radically reduce anxiety. It's called sorting your control. Imagine 2 circles. In the first, smaller circle, you put everything you have direct control over: your actions, your effort, your responses, your mindset. In the second, much larger circle, you put everything you do not have direct control over: the weather, the traffic, what other people think of you, the economy. Mentally strong people waste almost zero energy on that second, larger circle. They understand that worrying about things outside of their control is the emotional equivalent of trying to push a mountain. It's a complete waste of strength. So, the daily exercise is this. Whenever you feel anxious or overwhelmed, pause and ask yourself, is the thing I'm worried about in my circle of control? If the answer is no, you consciously practice letting it go. You acknowledge you can't change it. If the answer is yes, then you can channel all that anxious energy into productive action. This simple act of sorting your worries transforms you from a victim of circumstance into a focused, effective operator in your own life. It clarifies where your energy should go, and in doing so, it preserves your mental strength for the battles you can actually win. Finally, let's move to our 5th and most creative exercise: scripting your future self. This is more than just positive thinking. It's a deep visualization practice. Your brain often struggles to differentiate between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. We can use this to our advantage. Take 5 minutes each day, perhaps in the morning, to close your eyes and vividly imagine the person you are trying to become, the mentally strong version of you. What do they do when they face a setback? How do they carry themselves? How do they speak to others? Don't just think about it. Feel it. Feel the confidence, the calmness, the resilience. Imagine a specific, challenging scenario from your upcoming day, and then visualize your ideal self handling it with grace and strength. You're creating a mental rehearsal. You're laying down the neural pathways for success before you even encounter the challenge. When you repeatedly provide your brain with a blueprint for resilience, it will begin to follow that plan automatically. You are, quite literally, programming yourself for mental toughness. So there you have it, 5 exercises. The 5-second interruption, voluntary hardship, the active gratitude filter, sorting your control, and scripting your future self. These are your tools. Mental strength is not a destination you arrive at one day. It is a daily practice. It's the cold shower. It's the pause before reacting. It's the moment of gratitude. It's the conscious act of building the person you want to become, one small decision at a time. You have the capacity for immense strength and resilience within you right now. It's just waiting to be trained. What's one small act of voluntary hardship you can commit to this week? Is it a cold shower? Waking up 15 minutes earlier? Skipping a comfort snack? Share it in the comments below. Making a public commitment is the first step to making it real.